What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are your hosts, the Distorted Theorists. And Peter, once again, it is this is maybe the biggest Marvel Monday to date. And that is for Thor Ragnarok.
You're wrong. Spider-Man was better.
But before we get into this debate, as always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate it if you would just take 1 second to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you want to see more Marvel Mondays, Peter.
We don't care what you say. We're just going to keep making them.
Yeah, we are. Thor Ragnarok. We all know what happened with Dark World.
Well, do we? I don't really remember.
Everyone has an opinion about Dark World. When we heard Thor Ragnarok.
That's cool. Anyways.
When we heard about Thor Ragnarok, we were like, Then we heard the words that followed, and that was
Chris Hemsworth does not have the chops.
No, it was Tiki Watiti.
Taiki.
Whatever.
Taika.
When everyone found out he was running this show, everyone was like, "Whoa, hold up!"
I didn't know who he was.
Oh, I didn't know, but it seemed like the world stopped for a second. They were like, "Wait a minute, how is he doing it?" Because his stuff is comedy. Well, we know now. Thor Ragnarok was hilarious.
It was out of left field because, again, I didn't know what to expect, and I wasn't like it wasn't until about a week or two before when the earliest preview was like, this movie's hilarious, and I was, what? But the reason that I did get excited about this, and I can't remember if this came out at the same time, but I did know that Chris Hemsworth has acting chops in terms of improv. And I know people hate the movie, but again, I can't remember if this came out before or after Ragnarok. It was the Ghostbusters reboot.
Never seen it.
With Melissa McCarthy and that crowd. He plays a
villain in that, don't he?
Kinda.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see it, but I know.
He plays the ditzy, dumb secretary clerk that they hire.
Okay.
And his improv in that, where he's just like, is like, I didn't expect that from the guy I first saw on the screen in Star Trek. I wasn't expecting this, and to be like, and it worked from that perspective and from Thor, and I guess in the Dark World. But Ragnarok is just like, hey, this was super dark, and like your mom's dead and everything like that, and just like, we're going to bring this in, and we're going to bring in Valkyrie. We're going to have Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. We were getting...
What?
That was the big reveal. That was my selling point with this. Is once I knew the Hulk, who we hadn't really got a real great Hulk moment. Well, besides the I'm always angry part. You know?
We've had a few. I'm sorry.
When I knew he was in this movie, I was like, oh, okay. And to pause and pivot for a quick second, you also know where he's going to supposedly show up next. That's the rumor.
Yeah.
Brand New Day in Spider-Man.
But again, I think he's still going to be a bad guy. Because they're going to come in with the Hulk and like, here we come. And it's going to be a raged Hulk again. But we can't get Mark Ruffalo being like, I'm the professor. And we should...
But we said it before, and I'll say it again, as great as Thor Ragnarok was, and I'm sure we're going to see it now in a moment, is they never should have told us the Hulk was in this film. Remember the trailer? It was like, he's a friend from work, and
stop revealing.
Yeah.
But you know what? They should have done his friend from work, and that's where they should have ended. He's a friend from work.
It should have been bing, bing, boom, boom. And then
so you think,
he's a friend from work. And
so
then that's
you
it.
think like it's someone from the
Asgard or whatever. Yeah.
But guess what?
Marvel, if you want to hire us for writing, just give us a shout.
All you gotta do is just stop revealing the Hulks. Just do it.
Yeah.
We knew Ross was gonna be the Red Hulk at some point. Just stop showing it. We know there's gonna be a Hulk. Just stop.
Peter, you know what? There's only one way to see if we do get spoiled in this, and that is Marvel Monday, to watch the Thor Ragnarok trailer, reaction, and do our review and breakdown right now. This had a dope soundtrack.
They did. I had this on playing forever. It's called The Sword.
I lost my hammer.
Oh, I forgot about Hela.
I shouldn't. Fresh.
I mean, breaking Mjolnir, that was a big thing. Which played a bigger part.
I have been falling for 30 minutes.
Look, why? Why did you have to show this? Can you imagine?
Where are we? You have no idea.
Right?
And they just go right into like, oh, it's a buddy.
Hello, the goddess of death has invaded Asgard.
Oh, I've missed this.
Yeah.
So good.
And you and I had a fight recently.
Did I win?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I won easily.
Doesn't sound right.
It's true.
But the perfect two pairing though.
Is dead.
Ever since Avengers when he popped them, remember?
You'll be reborn in my image. I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I need to stop her here and now.
One
to
of the
prevent
parts-
Ragnarok, the end of everything.
One of the parts I never did is Helen never really did it for me. Like I never
together
felt that
team.
thread, even though she is. I didn't feel it. I guess I don't know.
Because again, it was split across two worlds.
And then we got Loki back.
This will be such fun.
Everything was so colorful too. Remember? That was Men in Black moment.
Which he was also in.
Remember this? Behold, Thor.
My stuff. Yeah, it's that.
I'm not a queen
Hulk ass.
or a
Dark
monster. I'm the goddess of death.
What are you the god of?
What were you the god of again?
Which silly.
And
That's it, yeah. We see you now. But we thought that was going to be his biggest thunder-striking moment. Well, we'll raise you Infinity War.
Same. Hulk like fire, Thor like water.
Well, kind of both like fire.
But Hulk like raging fire, Thor like smoldering fire.
Surtur. A little shoehorned in.
Son of a
What?
bitch.
You were going to say that?
No,
Oh.
because at the beginning. Because remember, he was like, son of, because like, I am son of
Right,
a bitch.
Right.
Surtur, you old dog, you.
But I think that what made this one work ultimately is we got
shocked people.
we got a little away from Asgard for one.
We got away from everything that was going on.
It was a revamp, and you know, I'm not trying to get too ahead of ourselves. Of course, we know Love and Thunder came after, which wasn't that the first quadrilogy?
Yeah.
Thor is the only one right now of the main cast, right?
Besides Avengers.
Taika Waititi, if I'm saying that right again.
Taika.
Sure. Had this one, everyone was still excited. Now, I know you didn't really fussy. I thought it was okay, but
What?
Love and Thunder.
Oh, yeah, Love and Thunder.
Yeah, what, you know, we're not going to get too into it, but
they castrated Christian Bale.
he was such a good film.
And there's deleted scenes of him like going nuts and everything. I know he's got Gore the God Butcher, and he was so good in the comics. And I know they can't recreate everything, but there was so much for him. You had like the A-list actor. Like that would be getting like Brad Pitt into one of these movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger, some of these ones would be like,
Yeah, in the prime. But Jeff Goldblum, you said earlier,
who
probably
plays
one of the best.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
in the movie.
but he was probably one of the most surprising yet intriguing castings in this whole film.
we still had
What do you,
ESS.
well, like, what do you think they chose him, and what do you think he fits so well into Thor Ragnarok?
Because it was someone who was so engrossed in themselves, but while still remaining completely oblivious to the plight of the people. Again, like the Roman gladiator, like, yes, yeah. Like he's just got that such, like Jeff Goldblum is so good when when Jeff Goldblum is playing Jeff Goldblum, it's poetry. It is a symphony, and I love it because it's just that this is what we're gonna do.
And this has nothing to do with your humongous love for Jurassic Park, does it?
No, Jurassic Park's all right. I like Thor Ragnarok more than I like Jurassic Park.
Really? Yeah. What?
Nah.
I don't know. Watch what you're saying.
I'm speaking out my butt.
But again, we also got Mark Ruffalo returning as the Hulk, which again, for me, once I knew that was happening, obviously when I seen this trailer back when, I was all in right away. I didn't even care about the comedy. But it was just great to see Hulk have more, we were getting Hulk talking as Hulk. That was something else that was new. It was just kind of hit me now as I'm thinking. But I mean, just to be a sentient Hulk.
Yeah, instead of just going like that big roar, he's just. But at the same time, he's been on this planet for hundreds of years, it seems like. Because that's what it was, because the time dilation is completely different.
I don't even know, but he's been there for a while.
He's been there, I mean, not hundreds of years, but I think it was something like 30, 40 years or something like that.
Let us know in the comments.
So over the time where he became the champion gladiator, obviously he's going to head from to...
It would have been nice. I'd almost like to see a little bit of an exposition on what was going on before Thor ever arrived. Like, what was he doing, you know? And then, of course, we get Valkyrie, who, again...
Tessa Thompson.
Looking back now in the Marvel Mondays, look back here, is we thought would just be a side piece character, not a big deal, but as...
She's got the comedic
She's like,
too.
but she's like top tier Asgardian right now. So, like, again, was that in the plan? I don't know.
Well, I mean...
Or is it because the people wanted it?
And then you had Korg.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
That's the
Taika. Moment he started talking, you knew what you were in for with him.
Oh, you had a hammer. Yeah, it would pull me off. Oh, your hammer pulled you off. Like, it's this whole thing. And then it was like, what was the part? Like,
he says something about rock, and then he says, I hope you're not scissors or something.
Yeah, we had a revolution. I had all the pamphlets, but unfortunately, when I am rock and they are paper,
yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, well, who do I talk to about getting out of here? Oh, that's Doug.
Yeah.
All right. Doug's dead.
I don't know. It's just, I kind of, and that's something, again, that might have fell a little short is, Korg never really got his comeuppance after that. Like, he had this big movie, like this Thor Ragnarok was his movie, but I never got that real gut-wrenching laughter anymore from him. I don't know if
he had some moments in Love and Thunder, besides the screaming goats.
Again,
oh, God.
some listen, Thor Ragnarok got away with a lot, but
it was lightning in a bottle.
And the biggest thing we should probably address right now,
more big things,
is two things. One, we just coming to me now, is we didn't know back then, but we know now, Loki stole the Tesseract on his way out of Asgard, which obviously played a massive role. And in copulation with that, at the end of Thor Ragnarok, if I'm not mistaken, was the end credit scene, was the...
Right before... It was
Asgardian ship, right, remember? And they were like, the seat of... Well, that was what was in Infinity War, but the ship rise up and you knew...
That was Thanos.
He was here. That was it.
And like you mentioned earlier too, like you felt that Hela didn't have like this
just
big...
for me, I don't know.
But see, again, these vehicles leading up to Infinity, these were vehicles leading up to, so they had to kind of like, well, what can we do that we're going to get? Well, how can we get Thor? We need Thor floating in space.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's reverse engineers. So that means if he's in space floating and bumping into the Milano, then he had to have been in space, which would have blown up. How would he have gotten there? Because he doesn't really do that. He just kind of goes through the Bifrost. So how do we do that from there? Okay, so he was on a ship. Where did the ship come from? Oh, we can kind of do a bit of the World War Hulks thing. We can bring him from here and that. So they do.
Let's destroy Asgard.
But it does.
Asgard's not a place; it's a people.
But so what are they going to use in terms of that? Well, then they can use Hela. Now Hela's been part of not the MCU, Marvel comics for a bit.
But here's the thing: the way that they depicted Hela in this film was that she's a goddess of death. She's killing people left, right, and center. She took out all the Valkyrie and all that stuff. But on screen when she came, she killed soldiers and stuff, like Asgardian soldiers, which I don't even know if Asgardian soldiers have powers or anything, or if they're just
strong.
Whatever. But I felt like they should have had a tougher time, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. You know what I think? I think what I think would have made Hela more impactful for me is she should have killed
something huge,
a major character of some sort.
Not even a major character, but just something that was huge. Like like the dog, not the one that she brings back, but the one that chases Thor.
Oh yeah.
At the beginning, and like he breaks through, and she's like
oh
damn.
Yeah, no, but I think that's what they tried to do with Mjolnir. Her breaking Mjolnir was supposed to be a big moment, and it kind of was. Don't get me wrong, but
then you look back and
it wasn't villainous. Like, I don't know, it just didn't have that. I don't know.
But
like if he had killed Rhodey, War Machine, or something, that would have been cool.
But Cate Blanchett, I don't think anyone else could have played Hela as well as Kate did. And just that whole, like, what are you the god of again?
Yeah.
And just, she has that, like,
presence. She has that
presence. And I've liked almost anything I've seen her in. I don't think I've seen a movie with Cate Blanchett that I've been like, ew. Yeah. And, like, as I've been in love with her since 2001. Like, I love her stuff. Well, she was fucking Galadriel. She was the one. She was the elf.
And if I'm not mistaken, she was in the Squid Game season 3, the ending, right? That's Cate Blanchett. The American version thing that is the big reveal.
She's been in a bazillion things.
I think, again, just to summarize, the Thor Ragnarok had a lot of moving pieces, but they all moved well together. There was no... Like, it just flowed. I don't think there's one bad part about Thor Ragnarok that I could really, like, this is bad because...
Don't you think you're a little bit visible right now? Like, should you be hiding? I was like, no, I think I'm fine. Well, you're hiding in plain sight. What if I do this?
I don't know.
And it was just those stupid little jokes. Nothing is someone is being as cocky or as being like arrogant that Iron Man was, which kind of built the MCU. But just
this was
someone
fresh.
Being like,
this was an originality. Like you had Thor, who we were fully aware of how they were, but we got in that theater and they took us and flipped us on his head, and we were like, this is a new character now.
But then also built it up to a point where we're like, Thor, Love and Thunder. Yeah. This is going to be amazing. What was that?
But I think the reason Thor Ragnarok worked as well is he meshed better with the Guardians because of their comedic thing. Because imagine if you just had the Guardians meet Thor being very like talking stoic, and it wouldn't have mattered. Now he had that comedy to banter back with Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, right? So, I don't know.
Still made a few bad decisions with Love and Thunder.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for Marvel Monday. Once again, this time for Thor Ragnarok's trailer reaction review and our breakdown. As always, if you want to support the channel and you want to see more Marvel Monday, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let us know in the comments below, are you still excited to go back and watch Thor Ragnarok? Were you stoked when you seen the Hulk, even though it was spoiled, bust through that gate? And 3, do you think Thor Love and Thunder carried on this hype train? I don't think it did. Yeah. And with that, I am the real Jussy.
I'm the friend from work. And like we always say, we're in for keep it real.